I don't know. You lose one of those bills, it means a lot.
I'm of the assumption that I think Jeanne d'Arc is insanely powerful.
Zero says Jean sucks on this map. Oh, there's no hunt. There's no boar. There's no wolves.
There's no boar.
Oh, there's wolves.
There's wolves.
All right. Well, we will see what we got in store over here for us. I'm assuming Beasty's going to be going for the mine work since he's one of the ones that I've heard talk about it being the stronger choice.
Is it simultaneous pick or one pick then the other pick? No, so the way it works is when they pick each other's civs, they don't know what is chosen for them until they've both done it.
Oh, and you can tell. I don't think Puppy's played a lot of Jeanne d'Arc. Because
No,
one thing,
he has. He has.
Yeah. Then
Yes.
why is he not building the mining camp with Jean?
Because you don't need to level up to 2. Not anymore, you don't. Because I got to level 2 pretty quickly. Like, as soon as I hit feudal, I got level 2, and I did not have to do it on the mining camp either.
You get it quicker though. You always want the most XP possible, you know? Why would you not get extra XP? It's not like you're idling yourself.
Overrated. I agree with Puppy.
Yeah, he built the house, but you're supposed to do house, mining camp, everything. But you know, to each his own. To each his own. I know he's played a significant amount though.
I know it's a little faster, but it's like not a big deal faster because he's got to finish the landmark anyway.
True. But then the quicker to level 3.
That's true. Level 3 Jeanne d'Arc. Oof. Level 2 is insane too. I'll be very curious how this goes out.
Yeah, one thing though with that Beasty probably thought about in this matchup already is that he's not going to have as many units to be killed because he's got less units out on the map, so that's less XP for Jean.
Yeah, it's true. I'm just looking at the map too. I mean, I've looked at it before. Doesn't feel like there's very many sheep. So it looks like there's, they're definitely gonna be on that deer early.
And there's the mine work. Just one single villager on this from Beasty. There's no reason to rush this down. You might as well get the most eco possible compared to the chapel where you want to inspire your villagers, sooner than later.
Yeah. This will be interesting.
He is moving out onto some berries. I'm not sure how many sheep are left, but typically you want to keep a couple sheep just in case you start getting raided, you start getting harassed a little bit. It allows you to have some safe food under your town center.
Yeah, we do see the mine work coming out for Beasty here. Again, I know he was one of the ones that says that he thinks the mine work is better, so not surprised. I wonder if he's going to go for a 2 town center approach. I mean, yeah, without the boars, right, it does slow down the... It does slow down everything. Or when I say slows down everything, it slows down the age up for Jeanne d'Arc.
Only 2 bills on the school, too? It's just, I feel like this
Isn't that normal?
I do a different one. I see a different one. It comes out a little... the feudal age landmark comes down a little quicker. You still have Jean level 2, and you have a knight in queue immediately. But... I guess... I think this is the one I see a lot of the pros doing, but I know I've talked to a couple others that they said they like the other one more.
I think I'll adhere to Puppy Paw. He knows what he's doing. I trust him.
We see Beasty counteracting the wolves. He's acting like he's playing against Roos. He needs to make sure that Jean gets the knight as much XP as possible. So for first wolf taken down, might head over to that eastern sacred site and kill those other 2 as well now that he's circled around all the sheep for himself.
Yeah, and I think it's a smart decision to kill the wolves. I think it's going to be pretty common. And also, what's funny is the last time, I think Puppy and Beasty just recently had a show match that Puppy won 4-3, by the way. And then when they played before was in the Conquerors Cup. Now that was a long time ago, but Puppy ended up winning that 3-2 as well. Now I don't know if they've played since the Conquerors Cup and in between that, but Puppy's had a decent winning record versus Beasty recently. Or I mean, when I say recently, over the past couple.
I'm questioning this build now because Jean's still not level 2, and it's getting closer to 5 minutes here, and I know she could be.
No, this is on purpose. He doesn't want level 2 yet. Puppy's deciding to just wait because it gets more XP from gathering. It's to catch up for the no boars.
All right.
For those who are curious, I'm not being serious. I don't. I'm guessing that's because he put 3 villagers on the landmark, so he didn't get that level 2. Because when I do that, when I do the house landmark, but I only do it with the John d'Arc, so maybe that's why.
And there, Beasty is starting to kill that wolf. He spread out a ton of those deer to not allow that efficient gathering for Puppy Paw. And the first night, he's headed over to that scout, but the scout, he's fine with that. He takes down the wolf, and he is rolling on out of there. The other knight's circling around towards the wood line of beasties as well, but it's already walled.
There we go. John d'Arc is out. She is ready to go. She's out for blood now.
And it is the woman at arms, Jean. It's not the archer one, which I've heard people having preferences for either side. But the key here is like,
The woman at arms
the
is so
archer
much
one,
better.
it's so hard to keep that one alive because especially against some gilded archers, they do so much damage. It would be really easy to snipe her out real quick.
It's not just that though. It's because also that wrath, that holy wrath ability is so strong. Like it makes it so you don't need that many archers because it takes so much damage away from spearmen. It's in general, I think the woman at arms is by far better than the archer version.
And Beasty, there he is. Now he falls back off the berries, back onto the sheep, and even drops a farm under his town center. Look at his base right now. Look at where his villagers are. How do you do any damage to him right now if you're Puppy Paw?
Yeah, exactly. There's not really any openings. I'm surprised Puppy's not going for any wolves. Maybe he doesn't know there's a couple wolves to the left of his base. And maybe he's just, hoping to get some villager kills. Because if he snipes a villager, that's XP, right? So in general, I'll be very curious how this goes. And, you kind of have to do this early farm transition on this map. There's not that much food. And the deer, he's never going to get the deer. Beasty is.
Oh, and the first night charge immediately reacted to by Beasty.
Yeah, exactly. Beasty's not going to let a villager go down like that.
Takes a little damage on his scout. This is one of those. This is what I end up doing whenever people are walling themselves in like this. I just bring a villager around and I put an outpost on the wood line, and it's just like, all right, gives me some extra vision, and I feel like that's one of those things that if you're walling yourself in, just add on to that.
Yeah, we have the first blacksmith coming out for Puppy now. Still gathering. I'm surprised Puppy hasn't moved out to his deer, which actually Beasty's spread out very, very annoyingly. This is kind of a more common tactic I'm seeing the really good players do, is they just spread out the deer with their scouts so that you can't get a nice little 1 mil.
Puppy tried to do a little bait and switch over there. He pushed in with the knights. Jean swapped around to try to get with the Holy Wrath on top of the villagers. Wasn't able to do so. And the first